Going live, going live, going live, going live. I believe we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. What's wrong with the preview there? Can you guys let me know? Welcome, everyone. This is Griever here, bringing you guys One Punch Man live reaction to chapter, this time actually chapter 129. What's with that shit, eh? What's with that shit where it's like, oh, this is 128.2, like, or point 0.5. It's like, no, it's not. It's the next chapter. So I don't get it. But anyways, the stream health seems a little odd. Could you guys just let me know? But tell me what's up, what's up, what's up. This is not a great way to start it, but I was never good at starting streams or ending them. You guys should know that by now. But somehow, they actually do really well on my channel. So, yeah. How's everyone doing? How's everybody doing with the Coors Light flu? How's everyone doing with that? You know, I clearly have it, the Coors Light flu. I know it's a lot harder on some people than others, so I'm just curious. Make sure everybody's staying safe. That kind of stuff. Of course, we are going to wait a couple more minutes, as I always do, before we start the actual chapter. But yeah. Phoenix Man, we got Phoenix Man saying, let's get ready to rumble. Dragon's Rage is in here saying, yo. MC Dude in here, good afternoon. Phoenix Man, hey me. Sup me. Alright. Alrighty. Actually, in fact, see, it keeps jumping all over the place. I was actually going to start right off the bat because when I was last in here, there was apparently 9-10 people in here. Just as I hit live, and all of a sudden, boom, it went down to 4. Then it was up to 7. Now it's down to 5. So I guess I'm going to give it the time. If we had kept the 10, we'd be going at it right now. But I always like to give everyone a minute, you know. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm excited for this chapter because, as I have said multiple times before, to the live stream on my Discord and such, I trust a couple of the cats in my Discord to tell me from now on. I won't be live reacting to every single chapter of One Punch Man, but they should know what makes a chapter hype for me without spoiling it. So if they tell me I should live react to the chapter, I'm going to assume there's going to be something in here. Either I'm going to really hate and everybody wants to see me lose my shit, or it's going to be really hyped for me and everyone's going to love it. So, yeah, All right, let's see here. Solo Warrior says, love this chapter. I'm doing fine. I still get paid. I'm a home attendant to my mom, so I still get paid. Oh, wow. I mean, I understand that could be, is your mom sick or something? I mean, you don't have to say, but that's from Solo. That's what my mother-in-law does for her mother, actually. She's a home attendant for her mother, and she still gets paid by the government for that. So, doing fine, getting paid. I'm still getting paid, but I still have to go to work to get paid. So, even during this, even though the emergency shut down, everything, still got to work. Dayside's in here. Have you read the web comics? No, Dayside, I have not. Solo Warrior says that he has not. Griever has not. Chubb's in here saying, nope, I haven't. Q with a K. Yep. Solo Warrior, yeah, he has not. This will be good from that one guy. Chubb's in, I'm good, and you'll like this. All right. So, well, now we're back up to the 10, so there's no reason to spend the next, 10, 15 minutes waiting for people. Let's just get underway with this. Let's open the link. I don't like to open the link because sometimes the chapter page opens right away, and, whenever I hit the link and I get that first page, and it's already a spoiler. So I've refrained from doing that a couple of streams, so I did the same thing this time. If anybody's going to be messaging me once again on Discord, I will not be answering. I keep Discord closed when I do a stream. I don't answer it on my phone or anything like that. So, all right, let's open up the link. Thank you to Vib for, of course, always providing us with very quick translation and all that good jazz. And, of course, the links. All right, it's loading. All righty. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. We're jumping back to the good stuff. We're jumping back to the main character. We're jumping back to the Luffy Katakuri fight. I'm good. I'm good with this chapter already. Okay, guys, live stream's done. Chapter's done. Great chapter, ladies and gentlemen. Darkshine and Garo were featured. All right, Garo's here. We're good. Yep. It was a great chapter. We'll see you guys all next time. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, did I miss something? Right off the bat, just want to say, this is not a nitpick, but did I miss something? Right here, first page, One Punch Man. I really like this cover, though. It reminds me of some old school, like, little bit Kinniku Man sort of idea thing. Maybe it's Darkshine's look or something, but just the face-off, like the one top here, one down there. Sort of like an anime opening, like an old-fashioned, like, 90s. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, like, Ultimate Muscle or Shaman King, sort of. It's got that look. I really like that. Face-off, the hardest versus the most terrifying. And then we see, of course, Garo, looking like an amazing main character. But I'm confused right off the bat. I thought the last time we saw Darkshine was punching and Garo was breaking his limit, with the swirly thing and the whole bit, and it was like, So they clearly seem to have jumped back. This might just be the cover page. When we jump back in, this just might be a nice, pleasing-looking cover page or something. And it might not be where we left the fight off, but yeah, okay. So I shouldn't judge too soon, but I'm kind of like, wait, well, what happened when they were this close? Did Darkshine just jump back, and now they're standing, staring at each other? I don't know. Okay, all right. Let's go to page 2. Of course, page 2, the translator page. Appreciate HDX and Vib, of course, and redraws by Whip. All right. Okay, no, I was completely wrong. All right. I was right. It was just for an aesthetic thing. Okay, it was just to look cool. As I said, it looked like that anime opening thing, the face-off thing. That it was just there to look really cool. Okay, cool. Let's see. So, a barrage of hits right off the bat. I'm seeing Darkshine. He's being pushed back. He's acting like he can tackle like a goddamn football player, which of course getting hit by Darkshine on the football field would send you through the goalposts, but through the uprights, and the referee would go like this, but he being pushed back. I'm saying that right now. What I see is Garo is wailing on this guy, and he just like, it's all he can do. It's all Darkshine can do. Next panel, he's actually being shoved up against the wall. It looks like it's not just his speed; his power is also increasing, and he's been slammed up against the wall. Okay. I'm surprised he's not being sent right through that wall, but I suppose it's one of those things where Darkshine is still being really defensive, so it's enough to send him to the wall. He's pushing him back, but it's not enough force like a defenseless hit from Garo, to send him through the brick walls or anything, or the concrete walls, whatever. Next panel, Darkshine just massive fist. The fist is the size of Garo's entire torso. It's his upper half. This fist is the size of Garo. He's going for the punch. We have next page. Garo underneath it dodges. Looks like he's giving them it's basically he's giving them the finger, but with his thumb he's just going twist, going like this. His hair's all Super Saiyan like. Looks like a badass. Oh, he's right in close. He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that Bruce Lee shit, isn't he? He's gonna do that Bruce Lee shit where it's just like, well, Goku did it in Resurrection of F. They had Goku pull the Bruce Lee punch, the whole boom, and friggin' just you hit twice or whatever, super fast, and it's just like it explodes out the back. Is that what he's doing here? Because it seems like he's lining up, and then boom. So I'm waiting to see. Because Darkshine looks shocked. He caught up. He's inside his defenses. Yes. He's done it. It doesn't look like he hit it. It seems like he hit it with both fists. So when he lined himself up like this, he was just like, boom. And it looks like a drill. It looks like it's spinning, slamming into Darkshine. Okay, I talked about that slab wall. That slab wall is going down. That slab wall is now looking like there's none left. Like, oh, whoa. Like, just the shockwave alone has already broken through the second brick wall past it. The second slab wall. Oh, man, he's just going to send him through. How many? How many hallways is he going to send him through? How many walls? Okay, next. Okay, we don't seem to see it. Next page. Oh, he's been Kaniku bustered. Darkshine looking like he's packing though. Not gonna lie. Here on page 6, Darkshine looks like he's packing a little bit. I assume that he's not like this isn't exactly getting him off or anything, but I guess those muscles aren't compensating for anything by the looks of that. Just saying. It's very direct. It's very George Washington Monument esque going on right there. But that's not what we should focus on, ladies and gentlemen. We should focus on the fact that he's down on the ground, coughing up blood. He is flat on his back, coughing up blood. Doesn't look like he can, speak. He's like, gah. His eyes are whited out in that panel, but then in the next panel we see him laying there, starfish style, and he seems to have his pupils back. So he's not done yet, but he's wheezing and huffing, and he seems to be picking up like the dust from the wall in his hand. It says, he used me as a stepping stone to further improve his techniques. He's trying to stand up. He flips himself from his back onto his knees. He's trying to get himself up, and he's standing above him. What's the matter, Darkshine? Aren't you a hero? Aren't you here to stop my monster play? Darkshine looking sweaty as fuck. Worried as fuck. Okay, page 8. Page 8. People are going to color it. It's going to be cropped. It's going to look beautiful. I might even change that from my channel art if somebody crops that. Actually, I can crop that because of the white outline. I can crop that pretty easy myself. But damn, that's a damn good looking shot there. I'm still kicking. Garo and he's got that, like where that wound was that he received. It's all, a lot of people have talked about this. It's all like his clothing is all wrapped around and twisted around him like it's a bodysuit, like that's his like uniform or something. It looks sick, actually. This whole spiral thing on his whole chest, like that's staying. It looks awesome. His eyes are all black or whatever color they're supposed to be. Hard to tell with manga. His hair is all spiked. His hair looks like it's actually like supposed to be brighter. Does anybody else see that? That might just be, once again, manga. Sometimes the shading's not perfect or it's hard to tell. But I find usually Garo is depicted with his hair shaded in more than this, so maybe he has gone Super Saiyan. I mean, apparently he's breaking his limit, or it's broken, one or the other. I don't think it's fully broken yet. I think he's in the process of breaking his limiter, but he's not. He hasn't broken it quite yet. He's right there. There are cracks. That's what I'm assuming. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong, because he with no trouble just ended Darkshine. And then at the bottom panel, past this amazing panel, we see Darkshine just scared as hell. As I said, that man is sweating. That man is sweating hard. He's sweating bullets. Okay, next panel, we're jumping over to something else. We're jumping over to a white, skinny Darkshine with Japanese hair. I don't know. So we'll go over that. I'll just go over the chat right now and see what everybody's saying. See what everybody is saying. Let's see. So we have. I can't say that. To be fair, because YouTube things. I don't monetize anyways, but I don't want the video to get taken down, so I can't say that, but we're just going to call you 19. 19 says, I have read it. It's awesome. Keishan Prime is here. What's up, Keishan? He's arrived. Garo said by 19. Phoenix Man says, welcome back to the Garo Show. Welcome back to the Garo Show. Isn't that what it's called? It's Garo Man. That's what it's called, right? I don't know why everyone abbreviates it to OPM. I never understood. Like, sure, Garo can, his punches pack a punch, sure, but I never really got the title. I mean, we're following Garo. He is the main character. Every translation I look at, it's called Garo Man. So I never really got that appreciation. Could somebody explain that to me? 19 here says, next chapter prediction. Well, I haven't finished the chapter yet, so I don't know. MC Dude says, the shockwaves turn the environment to dust. That's the implication. I mean, that is pretty epic. Like, as I said, it kind of looked like that Bruce Lee technique where it's supposed to, or it was done in Bleach, it was done in Kenshi, History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi, where, like, it's a force of impact so great that it shoots out the back sort of idea, because I noticed that he hadn't even broken through the Darkshine through the wall yet, but the other wall had been broken and shattered. So that looks really cool. So I agree, yeah, like the shockwave alone of this technique, just dust out of concrete. Gums is here saying, yeah, the whole room became dust and this is the aftermath. Yeah, that's sick. That's awesome. That one guy says, Garo design in this chapter is too godly. It is pretty epic, I gotta admit. It's subtle though. You guys find that? Like, I find it really subtle. Like, it didn't have to be some crazy. I think, like, they saved that for Orochi. Orochi just went nuts. I think it was the last chapter or whatever. I was talking about it. Like, how many, like, video game things do you want to pull from? It was like, let's mix Bowser with Sephiroth, with Ganondorf, with I guess a Metroid, and add some Dragon Wings in there for fun. Like, that seemed to be the idea. Like, they could not decide on a thing. Oh, and you know those crazy, like the Juno things from Assassin's Creed? Those weird spiritual celestial things? Yeah. Let's add a little bit of that mixed with Diablo. Like, it's just was over the top crazy. I'm not saying it was bad. It was just like there was a little too much going on. Sometimes subtlety is nice. Like, I really like it. Not too many big changes. Garo still looks like Garo, but his eyes are a little different. You know, he's got that cool swirly thing. And his hair might be a different shade. That's basically all that happened. Simplistic transformations are sometimes best. Not saying you can't have a cool design like Super Saiyan 4 or something, right? Not saying you can't, but sometimes you don't need a super big change. Bankai Ichigo, for example. So I really like it. So I agree with one guy. That one guy. Excuse me. Gums Gang says, yeah, he goes from not being able to deflect Darkshine to matching him to now deflecting him with one thumb. Yeah, that was pretty epic. The 1-inch punch is what it's called. The 1-inch punch. Dragon's Rage. Yeah, is that what it's called? The 1-inch punch? I always forget what it's called. All I know is it's Bruce Lee's technique. And or at least it was made famous by Bruce Lee. And sorry guys, I'm not sick or anything. It's just I was above a ceiling with 50-year-old dust all day, and I'm actually allergic to dust. I'm up in the spring allergies and stuff like that, so that kind of thing around here, right? Pollen annoys me, dust annoys me, dog hair, animal hair. I'm like that. I'm a bitch. So, let's see. Kelp, the hallways, though. Yeah, Grim must be excited. I'm sure Grim's excited. Phoenix Man says, Garo's designs are always godly. True. Keisha Prime saying, I'm coloring the I'm still kicking panel right now. Yeah, Keisha on the ball with that shit. Keisha on the ball with that. I like the fact that my banner for my channel actually isn't color, but I might be changing the thumbnail for my One Punch Man one if Keishan is coloring, which actually Keishan Prime does really good coloring, guys. You should definitely always check out. Keishan actually has a Discord as well. I think you, Keishan might correct me, but I think he posts everything he does. I know he posts some in Grimm's and in my Discord, but I think Keishan posts everything in his own Discord, so that he colors. So definitely check it out, because actually Keishan's gotten pretty adept at it pretty quickly. So, though you spelled coloring wrong, Keishan, you dang American. Chubb's in here saying, yeah, his hair looks like sort of metallic to me. It's really shiny. Yeah, I'm assuming it could have like turned almost white with some grayish highlights or something. Like in the anime, it's gray, right? So, or that light silvery color. Maybe it's just gone like almost white, or maybe it's got a hue kind of like Ultra Instinct or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Okay, we're caught up on messages, so I can stop wasting everybody's time. Just gonna check the stream health. I forget to do that. I don't think I've ever actually had a problem on all my rewatches, but just in case. Also, cats, guys, I love you all, but there's 16 of you in here. Why is there only 7 likes? 17 of you in here. Why is there only 7 likes? Come on, let's get that to double digits at least. Let's see those likes happen. All right. So, shameless plugging for likes. Let's jump back in. We're only on page 9. Now, I know this chapter is only 27 pages. That's why I'm taking my time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take our time with this. This is a great chapter. And as I said, I don't live react to every chapter. It's just the latest chapters. Every time Murata drops one, it seems to be a great chapter. So, it just so happens I'm live reacting to a lot of them. All right. So, how is that not a skinny white boy, look, but whatever. The hero, Super Alloy Darkshine, when he was a child, looks like a skinny white dude, a noob, like whatever you want to call it. Like, I swear, he's even got the same hunch that I still have from day to day. That's how somebody would draw me when I was in junior high, for God's sakes. Maybe not the hair being that dark, and I think my eyes would be a little different. But yeah, I mean, my lips aren't big, but they're not small. A bigger nose, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. He was bad at sports because of his frail body. Well, I'm bad at sports because I have no hand-eye coordination, though I still like to play them. Whether it was sports or tag, he kept on losing every game he played. He never developed any self-confidence and lived his childhood as a wimp. I mean, I eventually got self-confidence. Yeah, this is kind of this is hitting a little close to home, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, is this the Super Alloy Darkshine backstory, or is this Griever 101? Like, I gotta know. Like, we're gonna go, or Griever's childhood for dummies. To be fair, I had more self-confidence in this poor sap, and I wasn't that bad at sports. Let's see. Lived his childhood as a wimp. Well, I certainly wasn't a tank. On his 15th birthday, he begged his parents to buy him 3 kilogram dumbbells as a present. Okay, some mediocre weights. That everyone's got to start somewhere, guys. Everyone's got to start somewhere. I started with 5-pound weights myself. Just saying. Started with 5-pounders. I soon got up to 10 very quickly, but I started with 5s. I was a skinny kid. I was 4 foot nothing in 5th grade. So, from then on, he exercised with them every day. The weight of the dumbbells gradually increased to 5 kg, and then 10 kg, and several years later. Well, that's natural progression. That is not natural progression, but okay. Some steroid usage was happening, or some supplements, or some protein powders. Might not be illegal steroids or something, but gradual workup will eventually you gotta tap out. He was able to curl a 50 kilogram dumbbell with one arm. And as the days went by, okay, 50, I think there are people in the world that can do that, the 50 kilogram ones. I'm sure there are. So that, but then, okay, 200, 500, 1 ton, 2 ton, that after several more years. Okay, and back then, like, he had like I don't want to sound racist. Said every white guy ever before he says something racist, but the hairstyle, like, and the toning, I would assume this dude was like more like Latino. Like, just by these panels. I mean, I'm not really. It's just a nitpick, but like the hairstyle where it's kind of wavy and straightened sort of idea, and like I'm more picturing someone like Chad from Bleach. Like, if you showed me these panels and said Murata decided to draw Chad's training regimen at the end of Bleach, and these were those panels, I'd be like, okay, that's Chad. I would buy that that's Chad. Would you guys not? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily need an afro or anything, but just kind of, I don't know. 1 ton, 2 ton, several more years. Whoa. Okay. The strength he was able to obtain through that body had reached a point where it could no longer be quantified by numbers. Through his lonely battles and flawless victories, he successfully established an immense degree of self-confidence. We kind of know that about Darkshine. Those back muscles, like, actually, that looks more like Murata was trying something different. It kind of looks like a sketch. You know, it kind of looks like Murata was like helping one draw it. Do you guys find that? Like, it's very sketchy looking. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely different. So yeah. I mean, I see more of a one art style going on here with some good detail. But yeah, let's see. Next chapter. It is said, or next chapter, next page. It is said that his muscles have no equal. After thoroughly dominating various sports and competitions, he turned his attention as the hero to the Hero Association, became active on the hero stage, and never stopped his training. He kept on winning, and was eventually promoted to S-Class, and he has never stopped looking for a great opponent who can push him to 100%. Then we see the Darkshine. So what is it with these guys and losing hair? Like, I thought the whole thing was enough steroids and your balls shrink, not hair loss. Is there actually a correlation between that? Like, Saitama lost all his hair, Darkshine lost all his hair, and all they did was work out. You telling me if I work out hard enough, I'm going to lose this very strawy bad hair of mine? I mean, I have a weird shaped head, so I wouldn't look good bald, but I don't think it'd bother me nearly as much. But I find that, I don't know, that's kind of weird. Okay, anybody else getting this problem? Stupid call numbers all the time. I'm getting from these random numbers. And they're all from, they ring like only half a ring or 2 rings. And it's from, last time they were all from Tahiti or somewhere, It's non-stop. It's annoying. And I can't block the number because then it's a new number every time, just from the same place. And they'll do this for about a week, and then let's see. Page 13. Is he really looking forward to a fight? Text. No, he is. Okay, I just want to jump back here and get the full moment. Page 12. He has never stopped looking for a great opponent who can push him to 100%. Is he really looking forward to a fight? And here with the kanji, apparently it says, no, he is, ... and we see him still being able to somehow block Garo, like that didn't take him out. So Garo's just doing speed blitz in here. And he's taking hit after hit after hit in the face. And he's getting angry. And he's flaring those nostrils, grinding those teeth. And I'm saying, you little... And getting his ass kicked, getting just punched in the face. Like, you little... like, just taking it. Just... Garo's giving no inch. And here, he's still blocking, and he looks afraid. Like, does Darkshine not look afraid here on page 15? Like, not even that first, or that, like, left-hand panel, the next panel where he's, like, sweating bullets once again, wide-eyed. But that one where he's blocking, he's like, it's not really like he's blocking. It looks like he's cowering. Like, he's not just blocking. He's actually, like, because a block would be, your back, straight and your arm extended and like, I'm going to block this. But he's like, he's cowering almost, stepping back. And Garo's coming at him. And Garo's still looking like a boss. Coming at him saying, this guy, Garo, is strong. Really strong. And then we jump over to the next one. And we see a half and half. We see Darkshine looking like he's got Krillin Buddha symbols because he's sweating so much that he's like, Darkshine looks on that other half of the panel. The first half is him when he had hair saying, I have been looking for an opponent who can push me to 100%. This is it. And then we see, but why? What is this feeling? Not looking forward to a fight, but a gratifying victory. And then we see he is cowering. He's afraid. And he's wide-eyed and scared, saying he never intended to be thrown into a fight, the outcome of which he cannot control. The instant the thought, I might not escape this fight unscathed, flashes through his brain. The fear he had long since forgotten grew larger. And then, so that's not what he wanted. Unlike Goku or Vegeta or anybody else, Darkshine is like a poor man's version of Goku. He's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to a fight. I want someone to push me beyond my limits. Push me to make me fight at 100% all the time. But he doesn't actually want that. Because if he's pushed to 100% and he loses, like, then he's not actually looking forward to the fight. He's looking forward to a victory where he has to try. But a victory. Never a chance. He's the poor man's Goku, Darkshine. As I said, Darkshine has... I lost so much favor for Darkshine in that when he was shit-talking Garo. Because it was just bad. Like, it's like, no, you are going to get your ass kicked. And here we're seeing he's cowering. The moment he realizes that he can't win a fight, those bloated muscles do nothing. Nothing for this man. Because then jump back over. The fear he had long since forgotten. Garo coming in at him. Darkshine looking scared as shit. Garo coming in at him again. And that face. He's trembling. He's afraid. His eyes are whiting out. He's absolutely terrified. And that fear is gigantic. Oh man, that panel. Page 18. Like Garo, like, of course this is probably just a manifestation of Darkshine's mind. Like his fear showcasing how overwhelming Garo is for him right now. But my God, does it look badass. Oh man, does it look so cool. Darkshine feels so small in the face of a dude with a Bruce Lee level physique. This guy with his giant, I'm gonna be bigger than Dwayne Johnson muscles. I mean, what are they helping you now, Darkshine? Told you shouldn't shit talk my guy. I told you should not shit talk the main character. Because this is the end result. Man, that was one damn good chat. This is a damn good chapter. Darkshine finally understanding that Garo is one of the strongest characters in One Punch Man. And, see, I'm doing it now too. The Garo show. Of course, the Garo show. Garo is one of the strongest characters in the Garo show verse. And, like, Darkshine, you ain't really... I mean, you're impressive, but you're not top even 10 for me. So, like I would bet on Metal Bat over Darkshine for God's sakes from what we've seen. So that, and I like Metal Bat more, but okay, so he's afraid. He's afraid. So he lunges out in fear. He tries to swipe. And Garo. Oh, man. Is that right on his neck? Is that right on his neck? His entire leg? He took him, slammed him down by his neck. I don't care how many muscles are in the neck that Darkshine clearly trained, bigger than my bicep will ever be. Damn. That's gotta hurt. And Garo's on top of him. Darkshine afraid as fuck. Garo looking menacing, like a real monster. Double ear strikes. Is he gonna take out his hearing? Is Darkshine gonna be permanent? I would love that. I would love that if this is the end result of Garo. If this is what happens when an S-Class tries to fight the main character. He's actually going to make the dude lose his hearing. He's going to break his eardrums. He's going to, like, double finger, wha-bam, strike, and break his eardrums so he can't even hear anymore. He's going to turn Darkshine deaf. That is one of the problems with a lot of shonen anime, is that permanent. They never show permanent. Sometimes they do. You get a guy who loses an arm, or you get a guy who has an eye patch or a scar, but it's rare, and it's usually very deep into a story, a very long-running shonen. There's no reason here in a seinen where it's not really following that aspect that could be the case. I would like that. Because it would be realistic. They're fighting. Garo is going to overwhelm him. It's possible that he disables Darkshine for life. Next page. Darkshine looking terrified, and oh man. Okay. All right. Yeah. Wow. I gotta just say wow. I wouldn't have been unhappy with my conclusion before we jumped here to page 21. This is why Garo's the main character. This is why it's the Garo show. That, in the middle of a fight, some fights are made so much better, aren't they? When you have an aspect like this. I don't even know how to describe this. You guys, of course, you're reading the chapter, you've read the chapter, you know exactly the moment I'm on. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He realizes what he's about to do. Man, I love this character. Damn, I love this character. Yes. Okay, before I jump over, I want to ask a question, because it seems like the hairstyle, is that supposed to be Taro? Or is it supposed to be Darkshine? Because like I'm under the impression that's Taro because he's got the book and everything, right? So, I don't keep up, like, reread One Punch Man all the time. Or being clear, that's Garo as a kid being picked on, and we remember that. But is that Taro? Because it looks like him, the bowl cut and the whole bit, the weak kid. There's this little book on the heroes. I believe that's what's happening, and he's remembering that, and he's remembering himself as a childhood, because didn't Garo witness that happening, him being bullied? And Garo realizes the connection and what he's about to do. So, and I keep forgetting that he's got a squall, from Final Fantasy VIII, which is one of my favorite video games of all time. He's got a squall scar. It's just epic. But let's check the chat for a minute. Just want to confirm. Okay. So let's go through. I think I see Vib in here, so that's cool. Let's see. Santiago Garcia is here saying, hello, Garo, looking like a Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, Super Saiyajin. Dragon's Roots is Griever backstory revealed. Gums Gang saying Griever about to drop his whole backstory. No, I see the similarities. I'm sure a lot of people that grew up, I know not everyone here is from the 90s, but, when you were into the weird Japanese backwards comics and shit, and you were into more video games, and, I was into sports and stuff, but if you have no hand-eye coordination, you're small and weak, and, a bit of a dork, then, you got a little bit picked on. You were a little uncoordinated, You weren't exactly the most popular guy in school. Now, to be fair, I always had my friends in school, so it was never a big deal. And I grew out of it and stuff, but, yeah. So, let's see. Cool kid. He isn't black. His skin was dyed by excessive use of tanning oil. You see this happen a lot with bodybuilders. Or we could joke and say he'd one-upped Saitama by training so hard he went bald and black. Okay. Actually, I didn't know that. So once again, I've never reread One Punch Man or really ever really gone on the wiki because I'm worried about webcomic spoilers. So, I have once or twice. So, if that's the case, I forgot that fact. So when I first read it, I was basically just playing catch up just to see what everybody was talking about. Wasn't the hugest fan, so I wasn't exactly paying attention to every little detail. So, but that's fair. Okay, so he's not actually black. His skin was dyed with excessive use of tanning oil. Okay, that makes a lot more sense to me. Honestly. Phoenix Man says, I think in real life the stress from super intense workouts can make you lose your hair. That's from Phoenix Man. I don't know what hair follicles. I suppose the excessive amount of sweat, because sweat glands, the constant amount of sweat does make, hair, something about damaging hair. But, which is why the age-old, the wives' tale about wearing ball caps, which I do, and I'm probably going to get a bald spot one of these days. Apparently I already have one, but I've always had one. Apparently that's the thing. That's where that came from, because you sweat more, and the sweat's trapped when you wear a ball cap. So I guess that's possible. Chubb's here saying, Darkshine originally Asian, but darkened his skin by tanning and eventually got his body to have that dark shine, hence the name Super Alloy Darkshine. Okay, alright. As I said, I forgot that fact. I thought it was black. Recommend a refresh for page 16, Griever. That's from Vib. Okay, well, we'll just jump back really quick. Page 16. Let's see. Let's do a refresh. Where's the refresh button on this fucking... Okay, refreshed. Okay, they fixed up the text a little bit. The text didn't seem to change, though. Yeah, no, the text didn't change. It's just the kanjis. It's not read in the line there. It's not in between the margins. Okay, cool. So we'll jump back over to page 21, which is what we're on. And I'll finish reading the chat here, and then we'll go back through. MC Dude said that page, though. Yeah, that was epic. From an overwhelming aura to an overwhelming himself. Yeah, Garo just looking like a beast the entire time. Fib say, hey, Genos loses body parts all the time. Yeah, but he never loses his hair. So that's funny. But yeah, no. I was saying shonen in general, I like the idea of permanent battle damage, it's in Kenshin, but that's once again closer to the end. We have that in Bleach, but that's closer to the end. We got let's assume that One Punch Man will be a 300 chapter manga. Here at chapter 129, to actually disable a main fight, one of the main fighters. Well, there's 20 of them, but one of the big S-class fighters, to actually disable them, not kill them. Character death is easy. Disabling a character halfway through a manga, that's and basically taking them out of the fight, that's a bold move, It's realistic, though, and that's why I was going to like it. Gums Gang says, this fight is really good because it's a lot more character-driven, I agree. Garo is willing to put his life on the line, and Darkshine gets scared at the first sign of losing. That's the reason Garo won. Yeah, I mean, we already kind of knew that about Darkshine. I don't know where I knew that from. Was it before or whatever? But Darkshine, his thing is his confidence. But once he has an ounce of confidence loss, he loses all that stuff. Chubb says, Darkshine gained the self-confidence he always wanted, but it turns out that he really, still, under all that bravado, is still that scared child he always was. Exactly. He didn't actually gain self-confidence. He covered it up. And he made it look like it was pseudo. It was pseudo self-confidence. It was placebo effect. He thought if he looked strong, he'd be strong. But that's not how you truly build on yourself. You don't need muscles to be a strong person. Like, it's just, that's totally untrue. Now I can see, as a timid, weak kid, thinking if he was strong, like, that logic makes sense, why he would think that, but he was never self-confident. He's, as Chubb points out, always hiding behind that bravado. Makes Darkshine not a bad character, but he's still a bitch. The arrogance he was talking, especially since we know this about him, that's good character building for Darkshine. But since we know that, all his, shit talking rings even more hollow, So, anyways, let's see. Phoenix Man says he is seeing flashbacks of his own childhood and the time he saw Tario getting bullied. Yeah, that's Tario and himself. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because the eyes and like the lips, I guess, racist warning. Kind of the hair looked different, but it kind of looked like Darkshine that we just saw in his past self as a kid. So I was kind of like, wait, what? So I had to take a minute and go, yeah, that's Tario. So I thought it was. The book and everything and the haircut gave it away. I just wanted to be sure before I went on that line because I like that because that kid is the connection to Garo's humanity. That kid is what has kept Garo from going too far on the one side, in my mind. It's a great... Because Tario as a character doesn't need to be cool. He doesn't need to be liked by the fan base. He doesn't need... But he's excellent as a plot device to further enhance Garo's character and his development. So, I definitely enjoy that. And the connection he just made there was just kind of like, yeah. Like, I'm about to do the thing that the heroes do, that's not supposed to be me. Because remember, Garo always had to play the villain, and the villain was picked on. If he's not a hero, what he's doing right now is what, in Garo's mind, what he's about to do is an act that the heroes that Garo hates, and the reason he hunts them, he's about to do the same thing. And even though you could justify that they deserve it, they should be treated the same way that he was treated, the same way they have treated villains this whole time, in the way Garo's mind works, it's still not. See, Garo's better than that. He's better. He wants to win, I guess, the right way. I don't know. I love this. I really do. MC2 says that's Tario and himself. Don't worry, all the spoilers on the wiki are hidden. Yeah. This is Vib saying, and Genos lost his hair against Carnage Kabuto. Don't remember that, but who cares? Who cares about Genos? So, alright. Okay, I love these two shots. Because then we see, like, badass Garo, but he's, like, calm. He's like, huh? Like, we see, like, I'm about to stab a bitch, to, okay, I look like a badass, but I'm not like Joker laughing right now. That I love that shot. Okay, so page 22. Why does this chapter have to end? This chapter is so good. And then Darkshine attacks during this moment. It seems. It seems, yeah, is that what happened? He attacked, and then Garo dodged, and then Darkshine, of course, down himself, looking, as Garo just said, what's with that wimpy look? Yeah, Darkshine looks pathetic, and Garo, of course, still has his mind saying, "What's with that wimpy look? It's almost like I'm bullying him. The evil I'm going to become is far more." It's that wimpy expression that did it. He's reminded of it. Triggered it. I hate the word triggered now because it's used by too many 16-year-old, entitled bitches. But no, that's not a gender thing. I'm talking about all the genders, all 28 of them that exist now. Oh yeah, all those kids on blogs and Reddit forums becoming triggered from the internet. But yeah, using the word appropriately here, it did the look of Darkshine's facial expression clearly triggered that memory in Garo's mind, and he's seeing them both, and that's why he stepped back here, and he feels like he's bullying him. So let's see, page 23. What's going on? Crack? And Garo's in pain? Something cracked? It looks like there's a vein thing, like it's like sort of idea, but did his shoulder, like did a shoulder bone just break? Or is it cracking like he's transforming or something? He's down on his knees in the next panel. Darkshine saying, "Hey, I'm such a wimp." Wondering what's going on. And I can only assume this is the bitch. The bitch in her stupid protective little bubble. Yep. For some reason I can assume this is Tatsumaki. Or it might be the actual non-broken Esper of the two sisters. It might be Fubuki. But I'm assuming this is one of the two. Putting a protective shield around Darkshine here. Jump to page 24. By the sounds of it, it is Tatsumaki. Darkshine looking around going, "This is a barrier. Is it Tatsumaki-chan?" And then the place is starting to collapse. The floor above is collapsing. "Hey, Garo, it's not safe here. You're going to get crushed if you stay." Okay, why? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why is Darkshine so concerned about Garo right here? I don't understand this. The sort of hey thing, because he's wondering what the hell's going on with Garo, I can kind of get. I can't get behind the fact that he was just going to kill him, and then, or at least make him go deaf. And I'm not gonna lie, that Darkshine tackle thing shattered a lot of Garo's bones. They've been trying to kill each other almost this entire fight. But now Darkshine is being like, "Hey, it's not safe here. You're gonna get crushed if you stay. Get out of there." As though they're like Goku Vegeta rivals or something. As though they actually give an actual shit about each other. They just love to fight. He shouldn't. It seems just a little out of place to me. But hey, I could be wrong. It's just a nitpick. We jump over here to page 25. Garo is still on his hands and knees. Looks like he's struggling. His eyes are whited out. He looks like a badass. Darkshine is he floated up within the barrier, and the rubble continues to fall. And Darkshine is trembling inside the barrier, and he's still trembling. He's down on his knees. He's saying, "Eek, why did I say that?" And now he's huddling himself. He's gone into the fetal position inside the barrier. Oh, woe is me. And that's the end of the chapter. With the Psychosorochi form design is based on neurons. Okay, it still looks as I said, there's 16 gods from different mythologies added into that hot mess. But okay, so that was chapter 129 of One Punch Man. Wow. Wow, I gotta say, wow. That was an excellent chapter. That was a damn good chapter, ladies and gentlemen. It really was. Let's check the chat. Let's see what people are saying. So MC Dude says, Garo is feeling some empathy. Isn't it curious that he feels that for a character who got strong for himself, rather than someone who fought to become a hero like those he fought before? Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely feeling the empathy. He's almost feeling like he's feeling guilty before he gets guilty, sort of idea, because he realizes that he's bullying. He kind of, just for a split second, he recognized that he was about to bully someone in the same way he was bullied. This wasn't a fight any longer, right? So, let's see. Garo's pushing his limits too much. His body can't keep up. That's tough. Yeah, that's entirely possible. He was in the process of breaking his limiter, or he broke it, but right now his body is breaking down on him. Yeah, I can buy that. I mean, I saw him in pain and stuff. So, I mean, he can't take all those hits, and he can't just, I don't think the literal term is breaking your limiter. I doubt it's here you go. Here's your broken your limiter pass. Why, thank you. You know, I don't think it's that easy. Gums Gang says what I said. Basically, Garo's injuries are starting to catch up to him. So, yeah, it's probably a combination of both. He moved too fast. We've seen that in a lot of anime and manga before, is that a character has reached a level too quickly and his body can't actually keep up with it, and it's damaging. That is done in so many different manga and anime, so that's entirely possible. And another combination is he still took a shit ton of battle damage from Darkshine, right? So there is that. Gums Gang says, also, this is Tatsumaki starting to actually flip the base. What's he going to do? Take the entire thing and then flip it and drop it on them or something? Phoenix Man said he also has a part of his shredded clothes crawling up his face too. Yeah, the design is godly. The design is so damn epic. I love it. I love it. Gums Gang says because A, he's a good guy, and B, he probably saw Garo back off. I mean, I guess it felt kind of out of place to me a little bit. Like all of a sudden, like it wasn't like, this is a worthy battle. Like at this point, remember, like Darkshine was shit talking him, but he was also, at this point, he was terrified of him and stuff. It just doesn't seem like I'm sorry, like I used to be scared of like Jack Nicholson's Joker and shit, coming through my bedroom when I was a kid because my dad was stupid and let me goddamn watch it when I was 4. But like if that dude came through the door and all of a sudden, and I was like terrified, and he was gonna kill me, and then all of a sudden, the room started to collapse, like the ceiling started to cave in. I wouldn't exactly be looking at the Joker and being like, "Hey, watch out, you're gonna get crushed." I'm gonna be like, "Thank fucking God," So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, especially in the mental state that Darkshine is in. I could see it more so if he was still in his confidence stage. It just seems a little... But that's just me once again. It's a nitpick. It's not a big deal. Gums Gang says... MC Dude says he just saw him hold back. He might be reciprocating the good intent, I guess. But we even see that Darkshine was like, huh? Like, why did he do that? He didn't fully understand, I guess. MC Gums Gang said he was even complimenting Garo during their battle. It never really felt like Darkshine was trying to kill him. I don't know about you guys, but the whole like busting him through like 28 concrete walls, like there's no way Darkshine knew that would or would not kill Garo. There's no way to know that. Sorry, you bust someone through 28 concrete walls. It's a hit and miss deal, even with these durability. He doesn't know how durable Garo is. Jesus. Vib said some stuff on your Discord, Griever. Okay, I'll check that out here in a minute. Dragon's Rage says Murata made Darkshine look stronger because of the webcomic. Darkshine straight up gave up and stopped fighting back. I mean, I can see it. this seems like a good interpretation of what would happen with someone who has false bravado. It seems rather realistic, so I don't mind the way Murata did it. But I've never read the webcomic, so maybe it was handled better, but I like this. Solar Warrior says, I think Tatsumaki is just pushing him down while getting Darkshine out of there while flipping the hideout. Okay. Pushing Garo down. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Chubb says, nah, I would doubt Tots is actually touching him, especially since we see his clothing envelop his face. It reminds me of Herc's tattoo from Record of Ragnarok. I would doubt Tatsumaki is touching him, especially since we see his clothing envelop his face. It reminds me of Herc's tattoo from Record of Ragnarok. Are we talking... Oh, from what Solar Warrior said. Sorry. Yeah. Nah, I think it's just, like, she's making the whole place crumble or whatever, and she's putting a protective barrier around all the heroes that she can locate. While, like, and then just, like, trying to move them out of harm's way simultaneously while breaking the whole place. She probably doesn't even know Garo is there. So, yeah. Well, that was a chapter. It was really good. I really liked it. So you guys were right. So thank you to, I think it was Chubb, and I'll check my Discord anyways. Vib said he left some stuff on my Discord. Of course, we are done the chapter, ladies and gentlemen, so I know we had almost 20 people in here at one point when I checked. Now we're down to 10, that's fine. Of course, the chapter read-through is done, so feel free to just drop your likes and leave. We won't be here too much longer. I mean, we can always talk about stuff, but I have plenty of things I must do. So, let's see. Gums and Chubb were the two who basically said, you know, hoping for a live reaction, or I'll really like the chapter. Let's see. What's new? So, he's reacting. Yes, I am. Kishin got a Garo color version. I really like it. I think it looks cool, Kishin. Kishin did a goddamn good job. Guys, go check my Discord. The link should be in the box if you haven't already. And Cracked Limiter Garo colored. It looks quite good. Okay. Sorry, Kishin, but you're going to be pushed aside here by Skull of the Gods posting the work there, that red lightning coming off of Garo's eyes. And that is epic. That is beautiful. That is... What can I use that for? I'm going to use that for something. I'll use that for a Darkshine Garo fight discussion or something, or what it means for the character. I'll figure out a reason, and I'm using that as my thumbnail. I got to use that image. That just looks so good. We got one more chat. And once again, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm in my Discord right now in the general chat. There's a link in the box below to follow along. I'm just checking through the messages and the artwork that has been posted. That looks like some Final Fantasy, Sword Art Online art, thing, like video game thing going on right there. Looks like some box art. It looks really good. It's the cover page, colored. And the next one is, okay, Darkshine, like, damn, fuck that bitch. Tatsumaki took my chance from beating this. Well, I can't say that. I'm not going to say that, ladies and gentlemen. That is something that black people get to say, and I do not, because I am white as shit. So, I am a white British Canadian. I do not say certain words. Not going to lie, of course I do, but just not where I'm going to get penalized for it on YouTube or something. Nope. And usually don't say it in company either. Let's see. MC Dude says sick. And Dragon's Rage says Escanor, Garo, or Heracles? Pick your favorite. Gotta go with Praise the Sun. Praise the damn sun, Dragon's Rage. There's no competition there. Garo and Heracles are making an Escanor-less manga experience just that bit much better. They are filling the void that Escanor left because he took the sun with him. We are all just living in darkness. So it's just a flicker. Those little flickers of candlelight that's left to us. So it's clearly Escanor up there. Escanor is one of my favorite characters in all of manga. I won't say he's my number one favorite character of all time. He's definitely in my top 10, I would say. Don't even know if he's in top 5. So I got some characters like Vegeta holds such a special place in my heart too. I absolutely love Vegeta. Just trying to think off the bat here. I really love Inuyasha, honestly. For all his faults and everything, Inuyasha was great. I liked him as a character too. Once again, you got to look at the nostalgia of this. Anna from Shaman King. Just trying to think of a few more characters that would be contenders for that. But anyways, point is, yeah, it's Escanor. Yeah, so Escanor is definitely out of those two. Then I'd say it'd be Garo. And then Heracles. I still love Heracles, but Heracles we've only had a few chapters with. And once the fight is over and we don't see Heracles anymore, that doesn't mean he's taking the L, guys. He's taking that W. But the fact of the matter is, I'll still be interested and looking forward to reading Valkyrie chapters when Heracles isn't there. Take away Garo. You kill Garo off. Or you say, this whole arc, there's going to be no Garo. That arc does not interest me, and at least I will drop One Punch Man until Garo comes back, pretty much. There's not enough left there to hold me, unless Dragon Fan, of course, ladies and gentlemen, unless Dragon Fan. If Dragon Fan makes his epic return that I have been waiting for, oh so good, to slap both Orochi, Psychos, and Black Sperm in the face and be like, let a real dragon take care of this situation. When that happens, okay, yeah, that'll hold my interest once again. But yeah, if you took Garo out of this, I probably wouldn't be reading One Punch Man, to be honest with you. So let's see. MC Dude says, I don't Darkshine can say that anymore. Or you don't think Darkshine can say that word anymore either. Yeah, I certainly don't think he can. Let's see. Chubb, message retracted. Was it something racist, Chubb? Did you say something racist to me? Also, by the way, when are we doing that podcast thing? Is that still going? I just need to know for a time frame because, of course, I'm still working even during this whole epidemic, some type of edic, So I'd like to know for video content and that kind of stuff. So just let me know when you guys have a date for that. Message me in Discord or whatever. Chubb says, so what do you think of Darkshine now? I think he's a better character overall than I gave him a little bit of credit for, but I already kind of knew. Was that a spoiler? That I knew that? Because I think I talked to you about that a few weeks ago, Chubb, that Darkshine's weakness is his confidence and stuff. So if we didn't know that before, then maybe, then probably, yeah, I did have a small spoiler in that way. But I don't think it changed my opinions on the thing. Darkshine's not a terrible character, but I still can't stand the shit talking he did. If he had just shut up. Like, you take away that, like, one page where all he did was smack talk Garo when he was on the ground. Like, the initial one, like, line one, it was like, okay, that's some smack talking. That's going to happen. Then line number two, it was like, okay, yeah, we get it. Your mama jokes, got it. And it's like, number three, it's like, of okay, really starting to get a little old here. And then part 4, it was like, all right, would you shut up? You aren't that impressive, So I really he went up a couple more pegs. Like, he's no Ticklebug, he's no Tatsumaki, but I can't say I actually like Darkshine. I was glad to see him get his ass kicked, honestly. The man deserved it after speaking, as I said, the whole bravado thing being a lie this whole time. It was false confidence the entire time. That's his whole character. And the fact that he was shit-talking based on that false confidence this whole time is just kind of like, that's like salt in his wound, and he deserves it. So it was satisfying, but yeah. Chubb says, will Raws for Valkyrie come out tomorrow so I will know who wins? Is it confirmed that we'll see the actual winner? I think it was, but I was hoping for chapter 30. I thought we'd get to chapter... Or did we already do 29? Did we already do 29? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so... Well, if that's the case, if we are getting the end of the fight, next chapter... once again, don't spoil me on that, ladies and gentlemen, because I'll probably live to... I gotta do live to a lot of things. Live in this, I'm going to be living once the translation comes out, probably tomorrow, for the last chapter of Seven Deadly Sins, the main manga. I'll be doing that. That'll be a nice special to do. And now, Valkyrie chapter. I'm going to definitely want to live that one. And then I'll be back to Behind the Bar reviews for the chapter after that fight. So nobody spoil me on that. Vib said, so how easy do you think Kerr and Garo would defeat Atomic? Are you serious? Who's Garo actually losing to? Like, forget that he cracked... Like, when he was slapping Darkshine all over the place and making dust from shockwaves, who do you think could handle him at that point? That's the real question. It's not... How easy would he slap Atomic? Atomic was getting slapped before he broke his limiter. I think Bang and Bomb, those two, I give them a good run for their money because they would know the techniques and they, but Atomic and Flashy are losing. Child Emperor is losing. Genos, of course. The Drive Knight. Who else? Menelite. Yeah, they're most of them are losing. Let's see. Chubb says that thumb is deflecting the atomic slash. Duh. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Like, we haven't seen the extent, I guess, yet of the broken character that is the Merlin of One Punch Man, Tatsumaki, but I'd still say that like Tatsumaki would be shocked by the amount of shit that Garo can take right now. Dark Knight in here saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm late. I'm sorry, no problem. It's Vib says Pan now." Dark Knight said, "Did you read the last Taizai episode?" Sorry, I know it's a One Punch Man live stream. The last Taizai episode? No, I haven't watched the latest episode yet. And if you mean the chapter, no, we're waiting for the live stream for that. That'll probably be tomorrow, assuming the translation is out. I'm not checking Raws. Whale Fox Johnson says it wasn't false confidence. He believed in his confidence till he met Garo. Agree to disagree with that one. Like, because he didn't actually grow confidence inside himself. That's what this chapter, at least the way that I interpret it, is that he built muscles to hide the fact that he wasn't confident, that he felt weak, that he was a wimp. So he built muscles to make himself believe that he was confident. But it was all a placebo effect. It was all trickery. At the end of the day, he hadn't actually grown strong in spirit, in character. He hadn't developed in here where it matters. He had just made himself bigger and deluded himself into believing that because he had the muscles, he must have the strength. He must have the inner strength. But Darkshine never had that inner strength. It was all based on a very fragile belief the moment he encountered another wall. Like, his first wall was that he was a wimp and stuff like that, and his way of overcoming that was to try to gain confidence. He didn't actually gain confidence, he just gained muscle. And the muscle basically diluted him. That's the way I'm interpreting it. I could be wrong, this is just my interpretation, but it's what I believe. Is that it was that's just the way it happened. I mean, of course, you could go on the other thing and say it wasn't false confidence. If he believed that he was that strong, that it wasn't false confidence, it was true confidence. But I would argue that if he had actually gained true self-confidence, like this handsome gentleman over here, if they had gained... I really got to turn the light on, don't I? It's getting darker. It's still, but where was it with that? Yeah, so in my mind, if you're truly self-confident, by encountering the wall that was Garo, he would not have... his confidence wouldn't have shattered so completely. And he wouldn't have been so afraid. Just like from 0 to 100. Just like that. Because the moment he had any level of doubt, that sliver of doubt that he might not win this fight, it shattered his confidence. Now, I don't know about you, but if you actually have confidence, because I like to believe I do, I fail. I failed before. And I go into some fights, some of the scuffs I've gotten into, I'm always afraid right when I know something's going down. I always was afraid. But I still stood my ground and I wasn't trembling. I still managed to throw the punches and I didn't cower away from the fight. When a fight needs to happen, you have to fight it. That's what true confidence is. It's not about not being afraid. Like, at least that's the way I view it. Like, Mufasa was afraid, for God's sakes. I gotta watch The Lion King again. But yeah, Mufasa can be afraid. If Mufasa can be afraid, everybody can be afraid. But yeah, so I that's just the way I interpreted it. But once again, if you interpret it a different way, that's totally fine. That's just, it's totally an opinion thing. I'm not saying it's fact or anything. But good discussion topics. Yeah, I like things like that where we can get into how you interpret a character's mental state and stuff. I love talking about that kind of shit. So thanks for that, Whale Fox Johnson. I appreciate the comment on that. Chubb says, yeah, it got confirmed at the end of the last chapter. It will conclude this coming chapter. Okay, thanks, Chubb. That talking about Valkyrie. Dragon's Rage says, would you like to see Kubo draw a chapter of One Punch Man and Murata draw a chapter of Bleach if it was going to go? Also, King would beat Garo. Well, King would beat Saitama. King has actually beaten Saitama. That is a true statement. King has beaten Saitama. Technically in a fight, too. Actually, in a fight. Video game fight, but still fight. So yeah, totally. That King engine, for real. But would I like to see Kubo draw a chapter of One Punch Man? Honestly, see, Murata's art is clearly above Kubo's. But art style-wise, once again, I still prefer... Kubo is one of the art styles that I prefer their character design, like the way the eyes are drawn, the way the jaw is drawn, just character designs in general. I enjoy Kubo's art almost more than nearly every other art style when it comes to just that character design. I'm not saying that's the best art. I'm not saying that, it's always going to be 10 out of 10, but I've always liked that. I really, really have. It's always been one of the best looking art styles, the most visually appealing for badassery, for character design. Even characters that you might dislike, you still can't deny when they look cool, they look really cool. So, I mean, sure, I'd like to see a Kubo style of all the S-Class. I think that'd be really cool. What I'd like is for Murata to draw Kubo art style designs with his quality of shading and art. That would be the ultimate combination. That would be sick. And I wouldn't want Murata to draw a chapter of Bleach because, once again, the character designs is what draws me into Bleach so much. He doesn't draw super fancy backgrounds. He's the master of the white backgrounds and the black backgrounds. He's not a really detailed artist in that way. It's all black and white. That's the thing. But, I mean, it's manga, but it's like heavy black-white contrast all the time. So, But the thing is, it's so focused on the characters and that character design art once again. So no, I actually wouldn't want Murata. Murata could draw the backgrounds. How does that sound? Or once again, as I said, a good combination would be Murata to draw in Kubo's character design style with his detail. That would be the epitome. Whale Fox Johnson once again says Darkshine is supposed to be a parallel of Saitama. Okay, how would Saitama react when he gets his non-one-sided fight? Darkshine reacted in fear. No, because I remember this cleanly because it was the one time I lied. It was the one time I actually rewatched one thing from One Punch Man, and I rewatched the first and second episode. And if you remember that dream sequence, Saitama trembled in fear in an excited way, like Vegeta or Goku does, or the way I described when I've been in fights before, when I was younger. You're always afraid, and you're kind of trembling, but it's like it's anticipation, not trembling and cowering in fear, but trembling in anxiety and anticipation, almost in excitement, So, and we saw that when he was fighting the mole men and stuff. We saw. I believe that's exactly how Saitama would act if he actually got pushed around by an army of underground mole men people, and they were stronger than him, and he had to keep going, and he that I believe that's the true depiction of what Saitama is after and exactly how he would react. I don't know if you guys agree, but I remember that scene cleanly and cleanly and clearly. Pick one. And yeah, definitely. Vib, so which could I say? Everyone. Who's he not defeating? I want to see Garo versus Orochi 2.0 at this point, because that's the only real matchup. I know that there's the Sperm Gang who has been toting Black Sperm, but as far as I'm aware, from a manga standpoint, Black Sperm is just Black Sperm. Homeless Emperor, once again, is not that impressive. Gums, no. Even Natural Water, no. I'm trying to think who else. No. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying they wouldn't give him a fight. I'm saying Garo's going to beat everyone I've seen so far. The only contest would be Orochi again. As far as a manga only, from what I've read, that's what I see right now. I don't see Garo losing again to one of these guys. And that's assuming that his body will adapt to this limit break and he'll only get better. Once again, I don't think he's broken his limit completely, similar to Saitama. I think he's just cracked it. He's cracked through it. And there's, like, if you crack a glass, all the water doesn't pour out. But still, as you pour water, there's, some water slowly coming out, That's what's happening right now with Garo. That's what I believe. Well, Fox Johnson says, I agree on the confidence part. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Well, as I said, if you disagree, that's fine too. But I just, it's all opinion based. It's all interpretation. But yeah, that's the way I saw it. It doesn't make him a bad character. It doesn't make it bad writing. It's just that's how I see the character. In fact, that actually makes Darkshine a more compelling, better written character in that way. That he's been hiding behind the muscles the whole time, believing he created confidence, when in the end, all he did was gain muscle and trick himself. That's what I think. Dark Knight Griever is Escanor for sure. Yeah. Dark Knight says, but I love Garo. He is so cool. Yeah, Garo's awesome. Don't get me wrong. But Escanor's way up here, boys and girls. Escanor. Praise the sun. Garo is cooler than Escanor? Who decided that? Chubb says, no, Saitama wouldn't react the same as Darkshine. We see from the flashbacks of younger Saitama and from the dream, yes, Saitama is a true Darkshine. He is a legitimate and wants a tough nail-biting fight. Right. See, Chubb is of the same opinion I am. He's remembering that dream sequence. I agree 100%. That is the way he is. He is a Goku Vegeta. He is looking for the next fight that pushes him to the limit. Darkshine's looking for the next victory. Not the next fight, as it was stated in this chapter. So he's, as I said, he's the poor man's Goku. He's the poor man's Saitama. MC Dude said, that's a very credible take on King. Absolutely. Dark Knight says, yeah, Kubo art is amazing because look at Aizen's face and eyes and nose is on point. I mean, once again, you want to talk about who's somebody who's taken down, someone who's actually, like, here are the people who are really actually a match for someone like Saitama. In a or anybody in the One Punch Man verse. Like, I'm serious. Like, the Monologue King Chair Sama. He'd just be like, sitting there, like, still, even against Saitama, he'd be like, still not showing my Bankai. I still don't need a Bankai to beat you. You know, he'd be like, welcome to my Soul Society. You know, like, that dude, he'd be like, so you think you've one-punched me. Fascinating. You know, Aizen would troll. He's the original troll in the manga verse. He's one of the best villains. He would troll the shit out of Saitama. It'd be hilarious. It'd be epic. It'd be so good. And another one, of course, is Escanor, because he'd just be like, who decided you could one-punch me? I'm the one. You're just a one-punch man. I'm the one. You know, so Escanor would just be like, I decide that. So, yeah, that'd be awesome. Viv said, and of course, guys, of course, Saitama's a parody character. Of course, he would win every fight. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm just having fun with it. So, people don't take it too seriously. Some people do. Viv says, I'm afraid I'm part of the sperm gang here. I mean, once again, I don't read webcomics, so what the fuck do I know? Clearly, there's something from the webcomic, and it's one of the times I agree with Grem that sometimes the Discord can spoil without actually spoiling. I'm not saying the preconceived webcomic notion stuff, but I am definitely saying that, like, the fact that Sperm Gang and Black Sperm was hyped up so much by everyone who read the webcomic, clearly the dude's gonna do something. You know, so unless I spoil myself, I am minor spoiled by the fact that now I am expecting Black Sperm to be OP, to be badass, or to do something strong as shit. I am expecting that. And that is because of that. So, I mean, it's a minor spoiler, and I don't mind it. Maybe if this was my favorite manga of all time, and I was really invested and I didn't want any spoilers, maybe. But, yeah. Will Fox Johnson, what is Garo's endgame for the arc? Beating Orochi. Orochi's going to beat Tatsumaki. And everybody's going to be beaten down. No! We were just talking about it. It's not going to be Orochi. Black Sperm. Everyone's been hyping him up. And even though some people are saying, well, something about Homeless and Black Sperm teaming up, that was Psycho saying that, nobody hyped up Homeless like they hyped up Black Sperm. So that's it. Black Sperm is going to dominate. I believe Black Sperm was the one who wanted to fight Orochi anyway. So in the end, a weakened Orochi and Tatsumaki will be taken out by Black Sperm. Black Sperm will take them both out. Black Sperm will then dominate the rest of the S-Class. And then Garo, final fight, Garo versus Black Sperm. And that's going to be epic. And Black Sperm's going to showcase something worthy of fighting limit-breaking Garo. Or once again, it's going to be Orochi. Because Orochi wasn't in the webcomic, right? See, that's the problem. I don't know how far. I don't know what was shown in the webcomic. But it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. That it's flipped on its head. That they might not follow the webcomic completely either. So let's just assume for a second that Black Sperm is doing something cool next arc, and this arc he's for some reason pushed to the side or whatever. Then I go back to my original thing, and it's going to be Garo versus Orochi 2.0. I don't know about what his endgame is, where he's going to be as a character, or his limit breaking, or his monster transmission, or anything. I don't want to speculate on that, but I am going to say that I think he's going to have one really major fight here. Excuse me. At the end of the arc. I really think. And that's going to be like the end of the arc. The last main fight is going to be with Garo involved. Dark Knight said, did Eisen die? I forgot. No, he just went back to Mookin. Vib said, you should join Matt and become a closet webcomic reader. Matt's that guy on the podcast, right? For the One Punch Man podcast? Yeah. Yeah, no. Because I really couldn't. Like, if I was going to spoil myself, I'd go on the wiki. I would not read the webcomic. I would just look up, like, if I wanted to know what's going to happen involving Garo, I would look up Garo and read everything that's up to date from the webcomic on the wiki. Not because it would take less time. That's a part of it. But the other part is I literally cannot stand that webcomic art. Like, I don't know how anybody read it. I really don't. I'm kicking myself that I didn't do the same thing. I have some manga, I think great manga story ideas that I just never really put pen to paper because it takes me like 3 days to draw like one page with half decent panels, like with good character art and shit, right? And I mean, some of the line drawing is copied off of, you know, whatever I have on hand. You know, I kind of like, I'm like, I can't really get that angle, so I'll find like a C.O. Koji whose art style I like. I'll find a Boichi, I'll find a Kubo like panel with a character with the face tilted the way I want because I'm not that great an artist, and then I'll copy the line drawing of the face, then I'll add all my own hair, my nose and eyes and everything in. And even then, even by doing that like semi-half copying, it still takes me a long time, and I'm you know, so I'm kicking myself that I didn't do it, but I don't know how anybody could read it. That's why I never came up with the idea to do that. So I was like, no one's going to read my shitty... Like, my drawings are better than one's. I'm just going to say. Like, he's gotten better, don't get me wrong. There's some stuff he's done and I'm like, wow, okay, that would take me some time. But, my God, I've seen some of that shit. Like, I can draw that good at least. I'm kicking myself that I didn't just say, screw it, forget how bad it looks, just draw it and keep producing. Somebody will pick it up and they'll love it. And then I'd have a Murata deal. I'd get Kubo. Kubo and me would team up. Kubo would draw my manga and it'd be awesome. So, well, we got 12 likes on this video. That's pretty good. We've been going for an hour and a half by the looks of it. That's pretty good too. Still 6 people in here. That's pretty cool. So I'll wait another couple minutes, but I think that's it for the chat. I know there's like a 20-second delay or more from me right now in the future to the preview and what you guys are seeing. So I'll just wait here a minute so everyone hears my responses and my little rants and stuff. See if there's any more chat. And if not, then I hope you all enjoyed and all that fun jazz. We'll be ending the stream here very soon, so get your last minute questions in. And then we'll end the stream, and then I already ate supper, but I feel like I'm going to need a second one, so maybe I'll get fat. Let's see. Vib says, I'm glad you liked the wiki, unless a certain Reaper. It has a spoiler-free list of differences between the manga and webcomic, too, in case you're interested. Okay, I'm glad I like the wiki. I mean, I like all wikis. Wiki is how I like finding out. I especially love trivia facts. I love doing stuff like looking up a character from... I got FF8 on the brain because I just replayed the whole thing. Loved it. Platinumed it. Love that game. But, like, I look up a character, and I find all these trivia notes from an interview in 2017 that I didn't read or know about because I'm not on the pulse of everything, you know, the pulse of the gaming community and the pulse of the manga community and stuff. I don't know everything first thing. I don't follow enough of the Twitter things. I'm not tagged in everything that I care about. So I love Wikipedia pages because you can just look up a character and you can know absolutely everything confirmed or even speculated or theories or anything like that. Anything popular enough will be on that character's wiki page and you can just read the whole thing. It takes you 20 minutes to read anybody's character page. And it's great for manga characters, video game characters, for games, for movies, for everything. I love it. I love Wikipedia. It's fantastic like that. And it's good to know that they do have that spoiler tags section. Because I think I did look up, like, that's when I came up with the story for Dragon Fan. It was actually on one of Grimm's tier list ranking things we did. If some of you recall watching that. I was there with Satsuki, Kishin, myself, Grimm, of course. Don't know who else. But we were in there, and we were ranking a bunch of the guys, and I had to read up on some of these guys because I hadn't read the bonus chapters yet. And that's when I came up with the story for Dragon Fan, and everybody loved it, and I just rolled with it, and I was like, yeah, Dragon Fan. And then I created a version 2 when I read the bonus chapters on a 4-hour live stream. That was a long live stream. But I had a lot to bitch about. So let's see. Dark Knight says, I feel that Saitama isn't that relevant in the manga. No, he's never relevant. That's what I'm saying. It's the Garo show. And it's the thing that keeps me going because I honestly don't like Saitama. Will Fox Johnson, this arc. And that's the point for Saitama in this arc right now. Well, in this arc, I think we're going to see his next transformation. I don't know if this is part of that like monster transformation or if this is the limit break transformation or what's going to happen. Is he going to lose his mind completely, or he seems to have kept his mind pretty good, but he seemed to lose control a bit of it in the Darkshine fight. So I don't know, because he fought unconscious for a while at the beginning, if you recall, with Puri Prisoner. So I don't know really what's going to happen. I think we're going to see one like next stage, like right now he's got the cool spiral thing going on. We'll probably see him a little more developed. Maybe it'll be like the clean version or the actual, like this is kind of like pseudo Super Saiyan. He's on the cusp. And then we're going to see him finally Super Saiyan by the end of the arc. He's either going to fight Black Sperm because Black Sperm are hyped up so much, or he's going to fight Orochi again. That's the way I see it. Because I don't see him really fighting any of the other heroes that can give him a great fight that are there. I mean, Saitama's there, but it's again, Saitama. Once he enters the fray, it takes away all the tension. I would hate for that to happen, so I don't know. Solo Warrior says, was rereading God of High School best design besides Garo? I don't really care for manhwas like that. I like Korean manga, which sometimes is mistaken to be manhwa, I guess. But the whole colored manga pages, not like more webtoony style, that manhwa style, does not do it for me. I really need to like it. You know, like I have the Webtoons app and I follow like 2 romance ones and that's it. I have tried with almost all the popular Webtoon ones, with all like I've tried like 50 of them, even with art styles I enjoy and stuff, and I'm just not that interested. They get updated, I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. I can't get into it. I tried God of High School. I tried a few times. I tried what's that other one? Solo Leveling or whatever. I tried Hardcore Leveling Warrior. Yeah, I've tried a lot and I just can't. Something about it. It's just the medium that they use. It's not for me. Vib says, unlike a certain Reaper. Oh, I thought you said reader. Oh, I thought that was the typo. Okay, yeah. That's from Vib. Yeah. I know who you mean. The wiki's fine. The wiki's all facts. It's all noted. Hit the note and it'll link you to the chapter when this was stated. I don't know what would be wrong with the wiki. Dark Knight says Garo is like Vegeta. A little bit. Yeah, he is. I really love Garo, guys. As I said, Garo carries One Punch Man for me. I probably wouldn't read it if Garo wasn't in it. To be completely honest. Is the art amazing? Yes. Are the fights really cool? Yes. Garo is the reason I stick around. My favorite part of One Punch Man thus far is still the cabin fight. That's still my favorite part. that entire section with Garo against the A-class heroes. Still my favorite part in the whole manga. And it had nothing to do with really anything other than Garo and his character. Let's see. Viv says, Grimm was trash-talking the wiki in his podcast because it doesn't feature a made-up name for the... Because it doesn't feature a made-up name for the Orochi Psychos fusion, despite the fact that the wiki is just supposed to be canon info. But it doesn't have a name yet. Why would he be mad about that? Okay, like, look. You reveal, okay. That's like Luffy does some crazy Gear 4 thing. Next chapter of One Piece. It's a new form, but he doesn't announce it. And he says, Gear ... chapter end. It doesn't have a title yet. We know it's a gear form, but we don't know what it's called yet. That'd be like Goku and Vegeta fuse, and the chapter ends before they name the fusion, right? Like he turns into Vegito with the earrings, right? He turns into Vegito, but then the chapter ended before he names himself. He just goes, all right, time to kick some ass. Chapter end. I don't know if that actually happened. I'm rereading Dragon Ball Z right now since my wife bought it for me. But if that's the case, not naming that fusion, like there is no name yet. There is no name for the Psychos Orochi fusion. It's a Psychos Orochi fusion. They're both fighting for dominance right now. It doesn't have a name. So why would the wiki put a name there? The wiki is just straight facts. The wiki is a Wikipedia page done properly is everything taken from interviews from the creators, statements about a character, and it's everything that has been canon said. Like, that's like, okay, I punch, and a blast comes out, and I don't name it. They're not going to make up a name for that attack. Now, if I do it with the other hand and I call it Blast Fist, then they'll say, okay, in this chapter, here's the note, he called that move Blast Fist. But the move before, where it was a ring or something like that, and I didn't say anything, it doesn't have an attack name. The wiki's not going to post an attack name. So I don't get why he was mad. It sounds like Grimm, but it makes no sense. Solo Warrior here says, where did I just exited that? Wait, what is the best One Punch Man besides Garo? You mean what's the best character, or what's the best thing about One Punch Man besides Garo? Assuming you mean the best character, or the character that I like the most, well, of course, Dragon Fan. But I like Metal Bat. Yeah, Metal Bat. Yeah. See, I'm not as you guys can tell, I'm struggling. I'm not the hugest fan of One Punch Man. So, there's it's not that I dislike all the characters, but I'm not going to be like, oh yay, it's a Child Emperor chapter. Okay. It's Tatsumaki chapter. Okay. Drive Night chapter. Okay. I mean, that Drive Night chapter was cool, but I don't know enough about him to say, oh, Drive Night, my favorite character. He's so awesome. So, character design. Character design. Okay, that's a little better. Well, Orochi is clearly one of the most detailed. I really like Goketsu. Out of the S class, some of my favorite designs would be, I like Bang and Bomb, but design. I really like Nien. Nien was cool. I did really like Nien. I really like Drive Knight's design. King looks cool. Garo's got the best design, like, hands down. Like, none of these guys are holding really a candle. Phoenix Man. That's who. Phoenix Man, I forget which form, but Phoenix Man, and like when he was transforming and stuff, Phoenix Man looked like a boss. Phoenix Man had one of the best designs. Yes. Phoenix Man. That's who. That's who it is. Yeah. Dark Knight Wing says Genos. I mean, yeah, I never really cared for Genos. I'm not a huge cyborg guy. Like, I like Frankie from One Piece, but I'm like, okay, it's a cyborg. You know, like, cyborgs to me, it was like, okay, Terminator, got it. And everything since has just been like, okay, let's pull a Terminator or a RoboCop. It's like, okay, you know, it's even no matter how big and crazy they make it, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, so you're a Terminator. You know, like, it doesn't bring anything new to the table for me. So. Bib says, I'm not sure anyone besides Grimm would say, oh, wow, a Child Emperor chapter. Yeah, no one should. You know. Once again, I don't hate on Child Emperor as much as I used to. I blame the tickle bug. One of the worst things I've ever seen in manga. Fairy Tail is... The entirety of Fairy Tail, the manga, is better than the tickle bug. The tickle bug is one of the worst things. The tickle bug is Boruto, the manga. That's the level we're on. It is Boruto, the manga. It is chapter 300 of Seven Deadly Sins. That's where that is. It's on that level. You have Boruto. You have the tickle bug. And you have chapter 300 of Seven Deadly Sins. There you go. That right there. The worst three things in manga history. Fairy Tail is better than that. Fairy Tail wins with Mashima's art and character design alone, and the amount of just fan service. That keeps it above a tickle bug. Sorry, guys. Like the tickle bug is worse than all of Fairy Tail. I would reread all of Fairy Tail before I would ever watch that episode. I will never watch the tickle bug episode ever. I would rather watch all of Fairy Tail and reread all of Fairy Tail. I would rather reread Naruto. You guys know how much I hate Naruto. I would reread Naruto. That's how bad this is. Tickle bug was one of the worst goddamn things ever. Like, ever. So, I said I was going to end the stream like 15 minutes ago, and I have not. Anybody else notice that? Yeah? Dark Knight said, Griever, I honestly like Chapter 307 Deadly Sins for the fights, but you're right. See, the problem is with the fight, it made no sense. Like, the fight didn't actually make any sense. So, I still hold to that. Yeah, Bond should be super strong, but not compare... yes, Bond should be super strong, but not to a Ten Commandments Meliodas body. God damn it. If you put a baby in that goddamn body, I don't care if Bond was in purgatory for 10 million years. You have 10 Commandments, son of Demon King Meliodas body. You put a baby in that thing. That baby's pulling some, like, King Arthur Chaos, King of Chaos level shit in that body with a snap of his fingers and a little tear. You know, Bond stepping up to him at all was ridiculous to my mind. Did it look cool? We were trying to feature Bond being relevant again. Yes and yes. But it made no sense. The body snatching thing was a terrible goddamn plot. It ruined the Demon King, and ever since then everything. Taizai was looking great other than some Merlin problems and Diane amnesia. Outside of that, outside of Merlin the Pokemon trainer, the broken Pokemon trainer, and Diane having amnesia as her whole character, Taizai was pretty solid up to chapter 299. It's 300 where everything went like this. 40 bad chapters, with the exception of 317 and 333 or 3336. The Escanor death chapter. I think I would remember that one offhand, but I keep forgetting if it was 333 or 336. I think it was 333. But yeah. So. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to call it. There's only 5 cats in here. Anyways. And we're coming up closer to that 2-hour mark. So thanks everybody who watched. Dark Knight saying the Demon King is a joke. Do you remember the ruler? Yep, absolutely. The ruler was just convenient when it was convenient. Then it wasn't. It was awful. The ruler made sense. I was good with the ruler back in Purgatory. I was like, makes total sense. And then you should have had Bond fighting the Demon King using the same tactics. Would have bought it. And keep his immortality for the fight. Would have bought it. Demon King keeps slaughtering Bond, and Bond keeps doing this shit, having the other people attack. It would have been better. Anyways, all right, we are ending this stream. So once again, guys, like, comment, and subscribe once the stream is done. I mean, everybody's been chatting anyway, so it's fine. Got plenty of likes, got plenty of views. I enjoyed the chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the content. I don't know when I'm going to be doing the next stream. For the next one should be the Taizai one. It depends on when we get a half-decent English translation of the last chapter with all the pages. I assume that's probably coming out tomorrow. I heard the Raw's been dropped for like 2 days. So I assume that's coming out tomorrow. But it might be Wednesday. I don't know. And I'm still working even with the things going on in the world. So right now it's up in the air. If not, I'll post another video tomorrow, something else, an episode review or something, and then we'll jump over to that. So, yeah, thanks everyone who showed up. Really appreciate all the discussion points, your comments, all that fun jazz. Really appreciate it. So, drink responsibly, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you again. Eventually. Yeah. Anyways, Griever signing out.